Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. So we are all charged up with FPL action about to begin in a couple of days, right? And we have a lot of new player injuries, a lot of things to discuss. We have a very fresh wildcard draft for Game Week 21. We will be discussing about a lot of transfer tips, and we'll be discussing about key player comparisons, the buy, the play, the sell, and the hold players. That is pretty important at this juncture, I feel, because we are embarking on the second half of the FPL season. And since some key players are missing, like Son and Salah, I'll be discussing about certain replacements for them as well. And last but not the least, if you do like my video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. So without delaying any further, let's get started. Game week 20 was an amazing game week in my opinion. My team scored 98 points. However, the late points flurry of Areola pushed my rank a bit, because that 11 points hurt me a lot, because I had Martinez in goal, who is consistently not giving me any returns, and my defense was pretty shambolic. The likes of Gabriel, Lascelles and Pedro Porro combined gave me around 4 points, and my entire defense with the goalkeeper gave 5 points. So that's pretty disappointing, considering that I was expecting some points from Pedro Porro, and my midfield was the one that saved me. Captain Fantastic Mohamed Salah with 32 points, then the likes of Foden and Palmer also giving double-digit returns of 12 and 18. Saka and Son also chipped in with handsome 7 and 9 points. So it was a pretty decent game week in my opinion, and my strikers of Watkins and Alvarez gave 8 and 7 points. So I feel that this was a pretty good game week, and I saw a rank jump of around 450k. So I'm looking forward to Game Week 21 with this, momentum, and hopefully I'll be, cashing in on another green arrow. Now we have a lot of burning questions in FPL currently for the Game Week 21, because we have a lot of injuries. So the first being that what should we do with Trent? Should we buy him? Should we sell him? Should we hold on to him? What should we do? So I know that many managers have brought in Trent. So and if you have taken a hit and brought Trent in, I think you can probably bench him. But if you're someone that you were looking for a defender and you were thinking about Trent, then I think it's best to avoid, because he is a lot of costly, and I will not leave a defender who is that costly in my bench, right? And also considering that they do not have Mohamed Salah in their team, I think they will lack a bit of attacking prowess going ahead. But having said that, Trent would have been an amazing pick. But since he's injured, I think if you have brought him in, either you can bench him, or if you can afford to take another hit, I think it's best, to sell Trent for the time being. Now the second being the Bowen situation, right? We also heard news that Jared Bowen is also injured, and he was one of the leading players whom people were jumping on to replace Son and Salah. And since he is potentially out for at least a couple of game weeks, or at least one game week, I think that I myself was a pretty much Bowen fan, and I was thinking as Bowen as my primary replacement of Salah. But I think since I have not made any early transfers, I will hold on to that move. I'll wait for more information about Bowen, but probably I'll not go for him, because according to certain key Twitter accounts, he is going to miss out for a couple of game weeks. So I'm someone that I will not look to bring in Bowen. Now the third being, should we wildcard now? I think if you have at least 4 to 5 players flagged, and you have only one full-time transfer left, right? I think it's not something recommended that if you're not able to field starting 11, right? If you can field around 8-9 players, or you can field 9-10 players with one of the weaklings, I think considering your rank also, you can probably take a -4 hit, but I will not recommend you taking a greater hit than -4 or -8. Do not make a -12 or -16 in my opinion. For that you can play your wildcard, but if you ask me as to what my plan would be, I'll definitely play this game week with at least 10 players and one bench fodder, and avoid using the wild card, because even though we are not that much certain about the double game weeks and the blank game weeks, but I'll definitely wait for the double game weeks, the big double game weeks, for utilizing the wild card in the future. Now coming to is De Bruyne worth considering? Now this is a very important question, because we have seen that a lot of FPL managers are bringing in De Bruyne, right? But in my opinion, he is priced greater than 10 million, and he has just had certain few minutes after a long break. So I will not recommend having De Bruyne in your team right away. I think probably I'll give him a couple of game weeks to prove his mettle again, then probably bring him in. Now, last but not the least, to Haaland or not to Haaland, right? So this is also something that I'm, making that placeholder for Haaland, so that I have apt cash to make a triple sub or a double sub and bring Haaland in for Salah. I'll discuss this plan in details in the later part of the video, right? But if you ask me in one-liner, then I'm not bringing in Haaland for Game Week 21. Now to compare Diego Jota with Luis Diaz, right? So this is a very key comparison in my opinion, because if you are chasing rank, then you should have a different player. Now if you want to have consistent growth, then it's a different player. And since they both are from the same team, I think the first two aspects should be enough, in order to have an opinion and bring in a player. So if you ask me, that I'll play safe and I'll bring in Diego Jota, because I think both of them are neck and neck, considering all the FPL metrics and the expected numbers, which are completely evident from the graphic, right? We see that the number of touches in the box is greater for Diego Jota, and number of shots on target and shots in the box is greater for Diego Jota. But I feel that in the absence of Mohamed Salah, I think Luis Diaz will also be menacing from the left, and I feel that the likes of Gakpo will chip in the right. Then Szoboszlai may also play from the right. We also might see that Jota will playing as a false nine and not Nunez. So I think probably right away it's pretty difficult to say that in which role Jota will play. But having said that, I'm pretty certain that Jota will be a pretty fundamental and pivotal player for Liverpool in the absence of Mohamed Salah. So in my opinion, that Jota is a better pick than Luis Diaz as of now. Now these two are pretty important FPL defenders and are on the radar of every FPL manager. If they're not having them, I'm pretty sure that they're willing to bring them in. And I think that this is a very key comparison of Pedro Porro versus the likes of Estupinan. Now I know that Pedro Porro is a tad costlier than Estupinan, but considering the wonderful run of games that Estupinan has, and also the upside that Estupinan has, considering the effective ownership, because he's pretty low owned right now, I think if you are chasing rank, then Estupinan is a must-have. He is going to be that higher differential in my opinion. And Pedro Porro is someone that I think is a pretty safer option. If it's possible, I think you should have both of them, right? And if you have the option of only having one of them, I think it's a pretty no-brainer option of having Estupinan if you are chasing rank, and if you want to play safe, it's 100% Pedro Porro. Now the players to buy, in my opinion, is Cole Palmer. He's a no-brainer after that wonderful 18-pointer, and touchwood, he will not have any injuries, I hope, in this fixture against Middlesbrough that Chelsea are playing. Then Palmer is someone I think who is on pens. He is the most lethal Chelsea attacker with second highest XGI in the team. I think Palmer is a no-brainer. Then next being Estupinan. Now Estupinan is someone who is not only famous for his attacking prowess, but we are seeing that Brighton are keeping things tight at the back. But having said that, they do not look like a team who will keep a lot of clean sheets. But Estupinan in his price bracket with his amazing fixtures is someone that I'll definitely be considering and recommending you guys to buy. And the last player in my buy category is Phil Foden. Now having Kevin De Bruyne back for certain minutes does not put Foden off, in my opinion. He is the best City asset to have after Erling Haaland in this season, I feel. And considering the blistering form that Foden is in, we also saw in the last match, right? In the FA Cup, he was wonderful. And so I think Foden is someone in the City team that I will definitely ask you guys to have. Now, coming to the sell options, it's pretty no-brainer. We should, I think, sell the likes of Heung-min Son, Salah, and Bowen. Now, having said that, there's a very tricky thing, I think, because at one point in time when Liverpool might double in 25 that we are hearing of. Now the players to sell. It's a pretty no-brainer, three that it's Son, Salah, and Bowen. Now there's a pretty important discussion point here that at some point in time, preferably in Game Week 25, we'll definitely want to have Salah back because there's a potential double game week for Liverpool, right? So in that case, I feel that if you have a strong bench and you can do away with having that Haaland option for a couple of game weeks or probably 3 game weeks. If you do not have any concrete information about Haaland, and then probably I think you can at least keep Mo Salah in your bench for now. But I think Son is a no-brainer sell because I think that the likes of Richarlison or Kulusevski or anyone for that matter fills in perfectly for Heung-min Son. And I also, I will be okay with not having Son for at least 5-6 game weeks. But I will not be okay with not having Salah after game week 25 or from game week 25. And Bowen is a very disappointing sell in my opinion because he is not fit. And considering that you will be wanting to field a fresh 11, I think Bowen is someone that probably is a sell for me. Now coming to the players that I will recommend you guys to hold is first being Trent. I know he is flagged and he is going to miss, but I am someone that I will probably ask you guys to not take a hit and bring in a replacement for Trent for the likes of Estupinan or someone like Van Dijk or anyone if you want a Liverpool cover and stuff like that. I will say that in game week 22 we can take a call, but in 21 you can hold on to Trent for the time being. And the second player being that if you have Richarlison, please hold on to him because he is, I think, in the second or third rank in my list for a Son Salah replacement. And the third player is a differential pick of Pascal Gross. Now Pascal Gross is someone who is pretty good, I think, in the Brighton attacking half. Now, we all were talking about João Pedro, Estupinan and Gross since the past couple of weeks. And I think that since Gross is someone who is high on that XGI of Brighton, and he is the one that, threads those amazing through balls, I think his assist potential and FPL potential is also pretty high, and he is consistent. And considering the wonderful pictures that I just spoke while I was talking about Estupinan, I think Gross is someone that is having a pretty high ceiling. So yeah, Gross is someone I think is a must hold in my opinion. Now the possible transfers that I am looking to have this game week are a couple of plans. The first being not taking any hit, and the second being taking a hit if I have confirmed news about Erling Haaland. So the first change being I'll move Salah to Jota and Son to Richarlison, right? And not take any hits and place a wonderful starting 11. Now the second option being that I will go ahead with these two changes, and I'll also transfer out Mubama and bring in Haaland, and make Haaland my captain and take a -4 hit. Now if Haaland is not fit, I'll definitely not do this. I'll go for the first option, right? And right now I'll not make any transfers right away. I'll wait for some late news of certain players, right? Like for Erling Haaland, then for Trent, then Bowen, then I'll make those changes. I'll post the updated team in my Twitter. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter, guys. So I'll be posting the updated team there. So this is how the team is looking for Game Week 21. Now in goal I have Martinez, who faces an away fixture of Everton. Now, I think that if Villa are not able to keep a clean sheet in this game week, then probably in the subsequent game weeks, I'll definitely, look to transfer Martinez out, because he has been pretty, poor. But considering that Everton are, not playing as amazing as they were certain 2-3 game weeks ago, I think there is certain potential of Martinez keeping a clean sheet. So there's fingers crossed. In my defense, I have a back three of Gabriel, Pedro Porro and Trippier. I am not willing to make any changes there because I had other areas to focus on. Otherwise, I would have loved to have Estupinan, just like I was discussing so highly of him. Now, Gabriel faces Crystal Palace home fixture, which should be a pretty, tightly contested one for Arsenal. But I think they should, become victorious in that fixture. And I'm expecting some, at least, if not an attacking return, a clean sheet from Gabriel. Now, Pedro Porro faces an away fixture against United. Now, United won their last match against Wigan with a couple of goals, but we saw that they are, squandering a lot of opportunities, and the fact that Van der Veen is back, which solidifies the defense of Spurs. I think that it will be a bit more compact at the back. So we can, expect Pedro Porro to probably keep a clean sheet. And last but not the least, we have Trippier, who has a very tough fixture against Manchester City. So I'm only hoping for any attacking return from Trippier and not any defensive return, because I'm pretty certain that City will definitely score and we will not be having a clean sheet from Newcastle. Now, coming to the midfield is compact with 5 players like Jota, who has a Bournemouth away game. Now, I discussed at length about Diego Jota earlier, that he is a very good potential player and he is someone that is going to fill the shoes of Mohamed Salah in my team. Now, Cole Palmer faces a Fulham home side. So that is again a very good fixture, I think, for the likes of Cole Palmer, who is on blistering form after that 18-point haul. So probably he is one of the captaincy candidates for me. Now, coming to Phil Foden. Phil Foden has a Newcastle away fixture. He is also someone that is in blistering form, and I'm pretty happy to have him, and I'll keep him for this game week also. Next, I have Saka, who has a Palace home game. Now, Saka is also a nailed player for me, and he's a template player, and I'll not look to chip him around. So I can hope that Saka might have a good game week this time around, because it's a home fixture and it's not in Selhurst Park. So and Saka is also someone who is due a lot of points. He gave a 7-pointer in the last game week, but we are not seeing the double-digit returns from Saka. So fingers crossed there. Now the last player of my midfield is Richarlison. He will fill the shoes of Son, as I discussed earlier, and he has a United away game. Now, if he's playing as the number 9, I feel that since Timo Werner is also got his loan move to Spurs basically, but I feel that he will not be having the number 9 slot right away. I hope that he will be integrated in the side gradually. So probably this fixture we will have Richarlison playing as a number 9, so it should be good for us. And in my attack, I have attacking two of Julian Alvarez and Watkins. Now, Watkins has an Everton away game, and Alvarez a Newcastle away fixture. So also these two are also tricky fixtures in my opinion, but I think Watkins will outscore Alvarez in this one. And in my bench, I have a pretty shambolic bench of Lascelles, Kabore and Obama. I'm not willing to make any changes as of now, but I'm keeping tabs on the Haaland situation. If he is available, then I'll definitely play a 3-4-3, and I'll change Mubama to Haaland. So that was all about the Game Week 21 team selection. Now the captaincy is pretty tricky in my opinion, because we do not have any heavy hitters, the likes of Erling Haaland, then Heung-min Son, then Mohamed Salah. So we will look to have a differential captain, but I feel that many people will go for the likes of Foden, then Palmer, then some will also go for Saka, then Watkins. So I think it will be completely split, but I'm leaning towards going for a differential captain this time around, and probably I'll captain Cole Palmer this time around, because he is in amazing form, and Fulham play end-to-end football, and I feel that since he's also on pens, there is a lot of potential points for Cole Palmer against Fulham in the home fixture, I feel. That is why Cole Palmer is my captain for Game Week 21. Now, this is the best Game Week 21 wildcard draft in my opinion. Now, why I'll tell you, because this team is pretty balanced. This takes into consideration the fact that how you will reintegrate the likes of Salah back into your side in Game Week 21, 25. You will not be having the headache of bringing in Haaland because you already have Haaland. If he is not starting, you can bench him. Now the bench is pretty strong. There's an amazing rotation that is possible of Martinez and Areola. Then we have a couple of Brighton folks here. If you want, you can play 4 at the back, 3 at the back. It's completely flexible. But when you will bring in Salah, make sure you drop one of the midfielders. Preferably the likes of Diego Jota, and you bring someone like Mohamed Salah, and also drop Richarlison. So what you can do, you can play a 3-4-3, and go for a pretty cheap 4.4 or 4.5 enabler for Richarlison, and use that fund to bring in Salah. So Salah can be integrated in Game Week 25 easily in this draft. And also I think that you will also need to downgrade the likes of Trippier. So a couple of moves will help you bring in Salah in Game Week 25 in this draft. And this also makes it pretty easy to navigate the games from Game Week 21 to Game Week 24, and this is amazing fixtures all over. So I also have a dedicated video of Game Week 24 to Game Week 20 to 24 linked for you guys. Make sure you do check that out. I have discussed at length about the key Sun Salah replacements and how the teams to target, the players to target, and everything in details. So guys, if you love this content, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. That will be amazing and a lot of help to me. And make sure you also follow me on Twitter, where I'll post the updated team before the Game Week 21 deadline. So thank you so much if you watched till the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.